You know that feeling when you're out in nature and the silence suddenly feels wrong? Like the world is holding its breath and you're the only one who doesn't know why? The air gets colder, the shadows stretch longer, and every sound, every snap of a twig, makes your heart race. That's how it started for a group of friends just looking for a fun weekend in the woods. They were city kids, used to streetlights and the hum of traffic, not the deep, endless quiet of the forest. Laughter echoing under the tall trees, stories shared by the campfire, classic horror setup, right? They roasted marshmallows, told ghost stories, and dared each other to wander just a little too far from the firelight. But things turned fast. Their car, once their ticket home, sputtered out deep in the forest. The engine coughed, shuddered, and died, leaving them stranded miles from the nearest road. No matter how they tried, it wouldn't start. Phones? Dead. No signal. The forest seemed to swallow every call for help, every desperate text, not even a weak bar. It was as if the forest itself wanted them to stay lost. And then they saw it. A hut, half swallowed by shadows, crumbling with age. It looked like it hadn't been touched in decades, except by the wind and the creeping moss. The kind of place you're supposed to stay away from. But with night closing in, what choice did they have? The darkness pressed in, and the forest felt alive, watching. Inside, the air was heavy, thick with the smell of rot and something else, something metallic. The floor creaked under their feet, and every shadow seemed to move when they weren't looking. It didn't take long before they realized they were not alone. The feeling of being watched grew stronger, prickling the back of their necks. From the darkness, a figure emerged. Not quite human anymore. Its movements were jerky, unnatural, as if it had forgotten how to be a person. Skin pale, eyes wild. They glinted in the dim light, hungry and unblinking. Teeth twisted into a permanent snarl, the kind of face you only see in nightmares. The locals called him the cannibal. He didn't speak, he just hunted. Some said he was once a man, others whispered he was something much older. One by one the group was picked off, their screams swallowed by the endless forest. The trees muffled every cry, every plea for help. I could almost feel their panic as they ran, branches tearing at their skin, lungs burning, hope fading. The forest seemed to twist and turn, always leading them back to the same place. But one girl, desperate and bleeding, found a way out. Driven by sheer terror, she refused to give up, even as her strength faded. She stumbled through the trees, her mind racing with terror, until she saw it. A city. The first sign of civilization, or so she thought. Maybe safety, or maybe not. This city wasn't right. Windows broken, streets empty, every building silent. It was as if everyone had vanished in a single night. But she wasn't alone here either. The silence was different, heavier, more dangerous. Something moved in the shadows, a creature, hungrier and more twisted than anything she'd seen. Its footsteps echoed off the empty walls, always just out of sight. The cannibal had followed her, or maybe this was his home all along. Maybe the city was just another part of his hunting ground. She ran, but there was nowhere left to go. Every alley led to another dead end, every door was locked tight. The city was a graveyard, and she was just one more ghost. Her footsteps faded, swallowed by the silence that ruled these streets. In the end, her story disappears into the silence, just like the others. The forest and the city keep their secrets, and no one ever really knows what happened. The forest, the city, they're still out there, waiting, watching, hungry for the next lost soul to wander in. Next time you hear a branch snap in the dark, ask yourself, are you alone? Or is something ancient and patient lurking just out of sight, waiting for you to make a sound? Or has something been waiting for you all along? The forest never forgets, and neither do its monsters.